Hey there, this is Dave Gardner, your Now Lifestyle Master Trainer, and I'm super excited to be getting into the next video with you right now. In this video, we're going to talk about the Form Wizard. Now, if you have a website or a blog or something that just allows you to add in code into a certain area, just like, for example, our own Now Lifestyle landing page builder, which I'm going to show you here in a few moments, what you can do is you can actually get some already prepared and pre-designed opt-in forms for you that are built for many businesses. Remember, as part of the Now Lifestyle, you can create something for any industry. You can promote Now Lifestyle itself, or you can use it to run your own business, whether you, again, have a dog walking or dog leash company and product like we've been talking about through some of the other videos, whether you own a pizza shop, whether you do a yarn or knitting store, whatever. The opportunities are endless in what you create. And so we have a large quantity of readily and readily very quickly available opt-in forms. We have regular generic ones. We have ones that are geared to look like business. We got people, communicating, reaching their hand out, talking business suits, things like that. We have health and fitness, so people doing push-ups, exercising, lifting weights. We have real estate, so we have things that deal with houses, and we have just business opportunities, so all different things. So, regardless of what you're in. So all you have to do is just choose any one of them. So let's say, for example, you're running a business and you want just someone to join you and to check things out. You have to keep in mind some of the background. So for example, there's a lot of white background here, so make sure you have a page that might fit that so that it blends in. So let's say we look at this, like a stop and go, the green light, ready to register. We're going to click on that, and what happens is we can choose what campaign this is going to be in. Now, the big difference between the Form Wizard and the other scenarios is that when you go to the list that we saw originally, that's the one on the farthest to the left, we only see the capture forms and the forms that we've created that are basically dealing. I'm going to open this up in a new tab so we can not see as many of them. But when we see the form list, we only see the ones from the create form. The Form Wizard does not show up as a list here, okay? So it's kind of independent of that. So just kind of throwing that out there, but the concept is the same. So like we showed in the previous video, we can do voices, we can do different languages. So when someone opts in and they fill their name and their email in here, they're then going to go to the page that you recommend. And what I would always recommend, again, is a custom URL versus sending them, of course, to another thing. Now, notice it's automated here, that it pops up, and basically the way that it's standardized is that it already goes to double opt-in. And so double opt-in, you could either choose a thank you page. So if someone opts in and then it's a video of you on the next page saying, hey, thank you, this is so-and-so, I want to welcome you to the site. However, what you need to do is one thing, just go check your email inbox. That's where your report has been sent, or that's where you can gain access. You just got to click on that link. And what that does is it helps reduce spam rates, so on and so forth, and also allows them to agree that they want to keep getting email from you. So the concept is relatively the same. The process just is a little bit different. So I believe we use, for example, HTTP, let's see, dog lovers, and I think we just had thank you report. We want to make sure we have something added in there. Maybe we can check this and turn this to single opt-in. So as soon as they opt in, they instantly go when they get their dog lovers report, just like we promised them. We want to make sure there's a .com in there. So make sure you have your websites. Always, 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 once you incorporate this, always test them to make sure that you go through and you get directed to the actual report, and you also get the opt-in collected. So, like we said before, you can change this. Sometimes they don't, depending on the form you use, sometimes it may or may not incorporate and change the terms. So we can test that out. So yes, I want the dog goodies. Okay, you can do something like that. And what you're going to do is create it, and notice it brings you a form. So we're going to click somewhere in there. You can either copy to the clipboard by clicking that already highlights it. Or if you just clicked somewhere in there and you did Control A, then you can do Control C to copy. And eventually we're going to go do Control V. So what we want to do, we're going to go over to the page builder. We talked about that before. And again, I'm just going to play around with this a little bit and just to show you how you can easily incorporate that. We're not going to save anything. This is just for the terms of the, how you would actually put this. What you need to do if you want to get more training, what you really need to do is go and look at the training inside the page builder tab. We got more in-depth training in actually incorporating your email autoresponder, as well as many, many other things. So we're going to put in a container, and I'm going to bring one in right in here, and we're just going to add the code. So I'm going to add some HTML. I'm going to just click and drag that, and I'm going to look for the little brackets, the little carrots or whatever they're called, and I'm going to add in my code by just doing Control V and pasting and then saving it. And notice within fractions of a second, there it is. It's highlighted. Notice in this case, it did recognize and it changed the button. Yes, I want the dog goodies. We got a flashing green light, so it's very attractive. Now, the one thing I do want to point out though, notice the background. So just be wary because the background here is white versus a dark background. So this would be better suited on, for example, a white website or a white page. So just throwing that out there. If we go back and if we look at some of the other, we're going to close this out. So again, we already copied that. We're going to close this out. Now this doesn't get saved. So keep that in mind that this does not get saved in your statistics like this one here. So if we go back into the form wizard, we can actually see some of them are a little more rigid, square, where the one that we used, of course, was a little more oval and circular on the edge. So again, keep that in mind when you're designing your site and designing your page and where you're going to put them. You can play around with a lot, but it's really powerful. And again, it's eye-catching because we have some animations in it. We were able to get the code looking nice and neat. And again, you can play around with the rest of the stuff here. We're just focusing on what the form wizard is in this video. If you want to find out more, you can always go click on that actual tab that talks about the landing page builder and how you can actually incorporate that into our Now Lifestyle landing page builder, which is a powerful platform within itself and part of your membership here. Again, this has been Dave Gardner. Thank you for watching along with this training video. Hopefully you found some immense value. If you have any questions or comments, you can always join us and hit us up in the Facebook group or support tab up top. We really want to hear about your successes with these tools and how you're actually implementing them into your niche, because we want to help the family out. So as I always say, you get out of it what you put into it. And the big question that I always have for you is, with all these awesome tools that you have in the Now Lifestyle family, what will you create to make your legacy? And what will you create to help others so that you can make a difference in the world today?